How is it possible that they don't teach emotional intelligence in schools? This is an idea I've been thinking a lot about, and I've come to pretty interesting conclusions. What is emotional intelligence? Basically, it's when you understand, you can process, and you're not afraid of your own emotions. Basically, the same as smartness, but with emotions. I didn't have much emotional intelligence when I was growing up. Nobody was deliberately teaching me emotional intelligence. And to be honest, I don't think people really cared, especially for a young boy. Emotions was something that's just, push it down, forget about it. And because of that, I've struggled a lot in my life and I've had to learn the hard way. And that's why I want to be an advocate for emotional intelligence and that people would actually get interested in dealing with their emotions and especially teaching their children that. Just to make things really clear, what does it look like when you're not emotionally intelligent? Common symptoms are procrastination, self doubt, fear of failure, anxiety, depression, complaining, blaming, and the worst one, in my opinion, lack of fulfillment or purpose. So, how does this connect to emotions? Well, emotions are that's guiding us. It's the main reason why we want something or why we want to avoid something. And when you realize this, you understand why they don't want us to actually learn how to handle our emotions, because when we do, you become confident, you become capable, you become joyous, you become free, you become enthusiastic, you become someone who's striving for their goals, someone who is passionate about their life, someone who is happy. And why does the system not want you to be like that? It's because they want to use you. They want to enslave you to be a cog in the big machine. And I know this might go into like esoteric concepts, and this might be like, wow, how can you say that? The system is good and we all should strive to support the system. I don't think so. And I truly believe that we can build a much better system that's more equal, where we actually take into account people's emotions and how they feel, not just have them strive for something and get a minimum wage for that and then be a slave for the rest of your life. And the sad part is that most people don't even understand that they are a slave for the system. They don't understand that they have potential for much more because they are being so suppressed, and especially with negative emotions, they are kept in this kind of jail with open doors. But people don't realize that they are in jail. They are just so used to it. And the reason why they start with this kind of manipulation in your childhood is because you are so used to going into the system, to having these negative feelings and feeling unworthy, that you start to serve the system out of guilt or some other negative emotion. But so many people are waking up already, so many people are building a better life for themselves when they realize that, hey, I don't want to be a part of that. So I know, because I'm a father, that for my child, I'm not gonna go and push him into a system that I know that has failed me, that I was just feeling so bad and so low when I thought that I need to be a part of that thing. It's not for me, it's not for my family, and I want to be a voice for you to maybe make a similar choice. Because when you realize that you have much more potential and you actually have a choice, then starts the path to your own unique potential, to your own dream life, whatever it is. We can all do that. There is endless potential. And only the system tells us that, no, it's just for the selected few. Don't trust that bullshit. Go and follow your heart. Step into the courageous shoes and just start walking your own path. I promise you, it's the best thing you can do. And the only thing that is stopping you is for you to become aware that when you start to control your emotions and understand your emotions, and you learn to process the emotions, you learn to let go of negative emotions, that's when you truly get your power. That's when you will find your potential. So the first step in doing this is you get the information. You start studying emotions. Then you start studying yourself. You start feeling like, oh, now I feel this. Oh, now I feel that. Then you study letting go. You learn in practice how you can process these negative emotions, because once you learn that, you remove the fear of feeling some kind of negative emotions. You're not afraid of failure anymore, because you know that, oh, failure might get you anxious or upset or shame or whatever, but it's okay because you know how to process it. So that problem kind of just disappears. And I know you might think like, yeah, easy for you to say. Yeah, easy for you to say when you've learned that. Trust me, I was really, really bad. I used to be a really negative person, and I had to learn the hard way by actually encountering a lot of obstacles and negative relationships and events in my life. And I realized that, wow, there needs to be a way out. And the way out is for you to actually learn how to process your emotions, become more emotional intelligence. Then you can start teaching that to other people, or just being in a certain way, not being reactive. You get to respond to situations that will lead to not having this backlash of events because of some reaction, negative reaction that just came out uncontrollably. This is the number one thing we should strive to teach our kids. I know that emotional intelligence can change the world single-handedly if people learn to process their emotions of unworthiness and their emotions of guilt or shame or these really deep negative things. When we let go of that, we naturally become happy and joyous, like we were when we were kids. And yes, I know not everyone was that fortunate to have a good childhood and have these good memories, but we all were born as a happy person. Yes, we were hungry, and then we got the food, and then we shit our pants, and then we were kind of sad for a while, but we became happy again. We were curious about the world. We were excited. Wow, what is this? What is this ball? What is this car? Whatever it is. We were excited. We had hope. And when you learn to process that bullshit, that negative thing in your life, you start to have hope again. You start to trust life again. You create a better relationship with life. And life is unknown. Life is uncertain. So I like to say that your relationship with the unknown determines the quality of your life. It means that you start to trust that whatever happens is going to be a positive thing. And when you have a positive attitude, you are gonna create a positive life for yourself. You just have to do it for long enough to kind of catch up, because there's a delay. You can't expect everything to change right now. But when you decide that, yes, I'm gonna be a person who knows how to control and process emotions, I know how to stand in my own beliefs and my values, and I know I'm living my life to the fullest, that's where you find your potential. And if you need help with this, you can apply for my coaching. If that's not for you, I really hope you got something out of this video. Go and learn a little bit about emotional intelligence. Study yourself, study your reactions. think about it, become more aware. And I promise you, if you start focusing on this, you will become a more happy person. And for a happy person, there's more opportunities. And that way you will eventually unlock your full potential. That's gonna be it for this video. I hope you learn to process your emotions. I hope you teach them to your children if you have them. And I also hope you have a pleasant day. See you in a future video. Peace out. My name is Smith.